Concert Crew Podcast, we back again.
Yes, absolutely.
You need to know it.
Oh, man. Today, Classic Albums 1992 Part 1.
92.
Yes.
Man, we taking it back to 1992, man. We talking about some of the albums. We already talked about Dr. Dre's classic album, The Chronic, which came out in 1992. And that album, that's in rare air right there, man.
Yeah.
It ain't compared to nobody. But it also was some other dope albums, classic albums that came out in 1992.
I don't know about classics, but some dope albums.
Well, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you clean that up.
We're going to get to that. But, man.
So it is safe to say that The Chronic is the best album of 92.
Absolutely.
Just
Hands down. It's not even.
Just wanted to throw it out there.
It ain't even close. So if you ain't checked out The Chronic 30, man, check out that episode. Well, we're going to talk about some other albums today, man. Today we're talking about Daz Effect's first album, Dead Serious. We're talking about Gang Starr's album, Daily Operation. We're talking about Pete Rock and CL Smooth, The Mecca and the Soul Brother. We're talking about Eric B. and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique, and EPMD, Business Never Personal. Yep. But before we talk about these albums that came out in 1992, let's just take it back a little bit.
Take it
to
back.
1992,
Way
man.
back.
Some of the things that happened in 1992, 4 officers were acquitted in Los Angeles of beating Rodney King.
Yeah.
Man, violence erupted in Los Angeles, man, with the riots,
LA
riots. So that took place in 1992.
Yep.
In 1992, Bill Clinton was elected president after defeating George Bush in the election.
Mm-hmm.
And we
got some heat.
Yes, he did.
He got some heat.
That was a little later, though. He did that.
Yeah, that was later. That was later.
Probably got it in the opening. They ain't showing it. They probably ain't telling us that part.
And it wasn't from Hillary.
In sports, man, the Washington Redskins defeated the Buffalo Bills in Super Bowl 26, 37-24. I used to be a Bills fan, too. I used to rock with the Bills.
Did you? What made you switch?
I was
swarmed. You just swarmed by everybody around.
No. I just love Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas. I really like those players, man. That was my crew. When they left, it wasn't the same, man. It wasn't the
He
same.
lost like 3 straight Super Bowls.
4 straight. And I rock with them for every 4, so you can't call me I'm a front runner. I like them boys. No huddle offense, man. Those are my boys. 4 straight Super Bowl losses. They never been done, ever. They could have gave my babies one of them, man. I used to rock with the Bills.
Damn, man. Imagine what Benny and them going through. You sitting up here joking about it.
No, I used to like the Bills. I used to like the Bills.
Like the Bills no more.
I used to like the Bills for real, man. They used to be my team, man. The Chicago Bulls defeated the Portland Trail Blazers 4-2 in the NBA Finals to win the championship. That's when Jordan gave him the shrug. Jordan,
that was the first one,
Jordan, the second one.
The second one.
Jordan destroyed Clyde Drexler in that series. Trashed him.
So 92, that was the Dream Team too, right?
I believe
so.
That was summer 92,
No,
right?
I think Dream Team might have been
summer 93.
It might have been. Yeah.
It was the 92, 93.
You gotta fact check that. You gotta fact check that. Duke defeated Michigan 71-51 to win the college basketball championship. They blew Duke out. I mean, Duke blew Michigan out. The Fab Five
made them look like they wasn't even part of.
Ragdolled them.
That was 1992.
What, the Dream Team was 1992? Yep. Dream Team 1992, That was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was crushing.
But also, that was the second time they been to the finals, right?
No,
the Fab Five.
I think they came back after 93 is when they played UNC. That's
okay. That's the one
Chris
that
Webber timeout and all that. The first time they got chin checked because they was feeling themselves. Duke was like, y'all ain't ready yet. Y'all ain't ready yet. Alabama won the men's NCAA football championship after going 13-0 that year in 1992.
They've been raw for years, haven't they?
Word. They ain't
probably one of the most cheating programs.
Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf won the men's and women's Wimbledon championships. Wimbledon. And remember, Andre Agassi was that dude back then.
Yes, he was.
Man.
Legend.
He's a legend.
Classic.
Man.
The best tennis sneaks.
Oh, that Agassi's is crazy,
Ever.
man. When I see them Range Rovers with the black and white, I always think of the Andre Agassi, man. Yeah, Andre Agassi was that guy, man. And compact discs in 1992 surpassed cassette tapes as the preferred medium of for recorded music. So
this when you started stealing, Carl. This when you started stealing your music.
These people started stealing from me, man. You started stealing from me like you. But in 1992, you wasn't stealing yet, thankfully.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
I ain't have a lot of CDs yet in 1992, though.
Them things was probably expensive back then.
I'm sure they were.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
17 hours probably.
Yeah.
$17.99.
I'm sure.
No, I mean for the actual player. Like you get a CD player.
Oh, the actual CD player, yeah.
I think probably like $100.
You had one of them motherfuckers. You was boss.
Yeah. You can change the
Portable
track.
joints.
Any childhood memories about 1992 you kind of remember around that time?
92. Cartoons, Ninja Turtles, shit like that. What about you? Wrestling? I was big into wrestling.
Yeah, I was big into wrestling.
I was on yeah.
Just big. I was just a kid,
me,
man.
myself, I was getting ready for it.
You was getting ready for what? Middle school?
Nah. Getting ready for high school.
Yeah, nigga.
High school in 1992?
No, I'm just saying I was finishing up 92. I was finishing up.
Finishing up what?
92. 92, like 7th grade, 8th grade.
I was 7.
Getting ready for high school. Nigga, you know you in 7 middle school. You like, shit, I'm about to go to high school.
I wasn't in high school. I wasn't in middle school yet in 1992.
Yeah, I know.
Man. I was still in elementary school, man. But I was into sports, man.
He's going basketball,
football. Yeah, Bancroft Elementary School.
Trash.
Absolutely, man. Basketball, football, wrestling. Yeah. Those are the things I like to do, man.
As a kid, just keeping it, playing.
No worries in the world.
Yeah.
No bills.
No bills.
It was an innocent time, man. It was an innocent time. It was love, though. Yeah. This is a time in the community where it was love in the community, man.
Black-owned businesses.
Yeah,
a lot of black-owned businesses.
People wasn't getting killed. It was a lot of love around this time, man. I can remember those times vividly, man.
Like the music was good. You had to actually listen to the radio to hear the songs.
And even the music that was too old for me, I remember it in 1992 because it was getting played so much around me. So it was stuff that I wasn't necessarily like pushing record and hitting, but I just knew the music because it was just around me, whether it was cars, whether it was older cousins, whether people in the neighborhood. It's albums that I knew that I didn't even really know I knew until I got older. Like, damn, I remember that because other people was playing it.
Yo, that's funny you say that. My mom used to drop us off at your house in the morning sometimes, and she would always play Carter and Sanborn in the morning.
Carter and Sanborn. That was classic, man.
And then my man Horace the Taurus.
Horace the Taurus, man.
The
that was classic, man.
He's still around, man.
Horoscopes.
Yeah, that was classic, man. Yeah. Philly radio coming down to Delaware, Power 99. That was classic times, man, for sure.
Good times.
But yo, man, our first album we're gonna talk about is Daz Effects Dead Serious. Dead Serious is the debut album by duo Daz Effects. It was released on April 7th, 1992 on East West Records, and it was distributed through Atlantic Records. Daz Effects consist of MCs Dre, also known as Crazy Dre's, and Scoob, also known as Books and Boogie Bang. Scoobs hails from Brooklyn, New York City, while Dre hails from Teaneck, New Jersey. But the two met. Get this, freaks. You know this? You don't even know this, man.
What?
The two met at Virginia State University. Ain't know that, did you?
Nah, I didn't know that.
In 1988.
I do know that there was alumni, though. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they met there, though.
They met at Virginia State University. Freaks is school.
Alumni.
Yeah, Freaks is Virginia State University, alma mater. And they began performing together at Virginia State University, man. They got attention by EPMD at a local town. They got the attention of EPMD at a local talent show. EPMD signed the group, and they became members of the Hit Squad.
The Hit Squad.
The album was produced mostly by Solid Scheme with additional production by Daz Effects and Daz. EPMD serves as the executive producer.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So, yo, let's get into Daz Effects.
Let's go.
Dead Serious. All right, track number 1, we got Mic Checker, produced by Solid Scheme. This is the second single.
Microphone check.
I actually got the vinyl of Microphone Checker right here, man.
Got the single.
Oh, boy, got that vinyl.
Man.
Daz Effects, reach out to my boy. You got your vinyl, man.
Microphone Checker.
I'm pretty sure they might not still got that.
Yeah, man. So
they probably got
I'm sure they got that, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but this the second single, man. nice album opener, man.
Yo, this is a perfect song. Like they style,
microphone
checker.
I think, matter of fact, Redman and Method Man remade this on Blackout. They did like a tribute, kind of took their style and how they rapped over. I thought that was dope. But yeah, anyway, this song is definitely a classic song.
All right. Track number 2, we got Just a Man. Nice beat, man. The Slick Rick sample.
Yeah.
Just a Man that's on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
this was another good song that they had that came out on the album.
Yeah, it's a nice beat, man. Yeah. Nice beat. Track number 3, Day One Effects, produced by Daz Effects.
This is a classic rap track.
Yes.
Classic rap track. With the verbals is sick.
Yes.
And they come in with their style and they hitting you with everything that they got. And like this was the one punch, boy, that was like definitely get it everywhere it needed to be.
This is a classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a classic.
It get the party. It used to get the party every time.
Classic song. This is the first single. The beat is banging. The James Brown sample on there, which classic James Brown sample. This is one of them songs that's like almost like a time capsule. When you hear this song, it like take you back into a time. This is one of those songs that like take you back in a time when you hear it. This is a classic right here, man. Whoo, man. Just as, like you said, Freaks, the slang on here, man.
Yeah.
How did y'all feel about their flow and their like
Day
delivery?
One Effects. I could it's then perspective and it's now perspective. Then perspective, I could see why it was so popular because it was refreshing. It was something new.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about it a little more. I can see how they got old quick.
Yeah.
But then I could see how it was popular because it was a different thing.
Right.
And different was celebrated back then. Which was a beautiful thing.
Shoot, yabby doo, tabby the boo, cracky the boo.
They want to affect this song. This beat is so crazy, man. This beat is crazy, man. Classic song, man. Track number 4, Lucy's, produced by Solid Scheme.
This was solid
This
too.
is a funny storytelling song, man. It's titled Lucy's. I don't know if everybody catch that, man. But the title is referring to like loose valves, man. Like bubble guts, man. It's stories telling about different scenarios, and you just get the Lucy's, man. You gotta go take a shit. Like basically, man.
Take a shit song.
Yeah, so it's funny because you don't normally hear nothing like nobody make a song like that. So I thought that was different.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
Track number 5, Dum Dums, produced by Solid Scheme.
Yeah.
This song is about being dumb when it comes to the ladies right here.
Yeah.
Can't use this one, Freaks.
Can't use a lot of shit after this.
Track number 6, East Coast. It's produced by Solid Scheme.
This was all right too.
The beat, I like the beat, man. I like it's East Coastish, man. The beat. This is your Virginia State alumni, Freaks.
I understand. I gave it to him already. No disrespect.
Track number 7, If Only, produced by Solid Schemes. And actually, this only. And Dum Dums, this is a vinyl for that too, man. If Only and Dum Dums, man.
What made you grab that one?
On the single, man. I actually got this from the house of Pito, man. It was collecting dust, man, in his basement, man.
Okay.
I said, I seen this, man. Let me grab this for the episode, man. Pito pulled that, when Pito decides he wants to be hip hop every once in a while, he got
Pito got classic shit, man.
Yes, he does.
He just got to look through it all.
So I got to pull up on it, man. But yeah, If Only. When I first heard this song, honestly, their style by this song started to get kind of annoying to me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this was a song where I was like, all right, this started getting on my nerves a little bit.
It's like, all right, we get it.
But as I was listening to some more, I'm like, okay, the song cool, but it was like, all right, this deputy dude, what did it do? Like, it was like, all right, man, like, shit, because it was just like, I'm good.
Yo, it's like they can't do that for the entire album and not people want to hear something different.
And I can see how that was hard on their career. Because some people want that, and it was just like, some people was like, nah, man, I don't want to hear that no more.
It ran its course.
Quickly. Track number 8 is Brooklyn to T-Neck, man. They talking about their connection from where they from, man. From Brooklyn
to Jersey.
The Jersey. So it's like a connection thing. Produced by Solid Scheme. Track number 9 is Clap Your Hands Now, produced by Tex. I like this, man. It uses that Big Daddy Kane. Ain't no half step in single. Clap your hands now.
It's John hard. I like this.
I like this song. I like this song. And then track number 10 is Straight Out the Sewer, produced by Solid Scheme. The song is okay. Not
Straight Out the Sewer.
Not like a banger to end the album. Yeah. It's the 3rd single that song was.
Yeah, this was all right. I mean, not the best way to end the album, but it was straight.
And this album actually went platinum in sales, man. It went platinum in sales. So, man, let's get right into it. Is Dead Serious a classic?
No.
I'm going to say no as well.
It has a classic song on there.
Definitely has a classic song on there, man.
Yeah.
It's hip. It's dope for the hip hop heads. And it was a moment in time.
Yeah.
But I can't say it's a classic though. But it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
How could it be a classic though? Like, what would you change to make it a classic?
Well, they actually had a formula that was good for them. Like stuff that I say today, it was 10 songs. So, it was short.
Yeah.
They just needed a couple more bangers, man.
They needed some features and like some more songs.
And I would actually like to see the Hit Squad on there.
Yeah.
EPMD, their crew, the people they was down with, Redman, possibly. That would have helped. I think the back end is where they needed the help at. The front end was dope. The back end.
Matter of fact, having features would have probably broke up the monotony of them two going back and forth.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. What about your favorite song on here?
Clap Your Hands. I like that.
Wow.
Mike Checker. You know what I'm saying?
One Effects.
All them songs is dope, but They Want Effects is by far.
They Want Effects is the by far. That's a monumental hip hop song.
It ain't even close.
Definitely.
That song's crazy. That's a super classic right there. All right, man. Well, we great rate this album. What about the production? Dead Serious.
It was all right.
It was good.
1 to 5.
I'm
gonna give
5 being the highest.
I'm gonna give it 2.5.
Wow, you get a production of 2.5. That's low.
2.5. It was only like 3 to maybe 4 beats that I really liked on here like that.
Wow,
gonna give it 3.5. It wasn't bad. I mean, but I'm thinking too. Like, this is 92. You know what I'm saying?
Point exactly.
So
it's
like 2.5.
2.5, man. It's only 3 to 4 nice beats on here.
I'm giving it 3.5. Damn.
Yeah, I would say 3.5.
Yeah,
man, 2.5.
Man, it ain't got nothing to do with my favorite song on here. Shit.
You like the beats like that?
I didn't like them like that. They was all right.
What about lyrics?
The lyrics is better than me. I give the lyrics a 3, 3.5. I'm gonna give it 3.5 due to the way that they flip their words and spit.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 as well.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 because like you gotta actually look at the lyrics and be like, oh, okay, that's what they said.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a good thing. You gotta look at the.
But
lyrics.
also, I think looking at it in hindsight, okay, they had a moment, but then there was times in hip hop where like when Snoop was like shizzle dizzle, like that's kind of like the same kind of lane what they was doing, just emphasizing the end of the words, man. So they kind of did pioneer like a sound. It just get old. Like you got with that kind of style, you have to switch up. You can't keep doing that forever.
You gotta have some beats.
But it was dope on when at its best it was dope.
Yeah.
And then some songs are just like, all right, I'm good.
This ain't working.
But I'm gonna give it 3.5. What about cohesiveness? How did the album flow?
I felt like they flowed together as a group, but musically it kind of didn't flow. It wasn't bad. It wasn't just things just didn't hit like
2.5.
Damn, he was throwing 2.5 out there like.
Like 2.5. Trust me, 2.5.
Like darts.
Yeah.
2.5. You get a 2.5. You get a 2.5.
Production, cohesiveness.
Cohesiveness. It wasn't a bad flow. It ain't like. Some songs I like more than the others, but it wasn't like this song is out of place kind of thing.
It was a short listen, so it made it. You know
I'm gonna give it 3.5, man. It wasn't.
Lord.
It wasn't like it wasn't like I heard it and it was like, this song don't fit. It's just some songs I like better than others. It wasn't like the songs was whack though.
Real friendly today.
What about creativity?
I would say
I'm gonna give it a 3 because they brought something like totally different to the game.
their style was
and their style, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't get it. I couldn't really get that other song or the other songs that I really like. So it was sort of like once they got in their lane, it was there, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't nothing extraordinary about it or out of, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think, Carl?
For creativity, they have to get high because the whole reason they came out is because of their creativity. The whole reason why they was popular and they was able to get signed and come out with an album so quick is because they kind of took hip hop by storm.
Yeah.
So for that, I'm gonna give them a 5. They changed the game. At that time, everybody in hip hop, it's a reason why they got on a big album that we're going to talk about in part 2.
I got a question for you.
By Ice Cube.
When did Poor Righteous Teachers come out? Poor Righteous Teachers is before them.
But Poor Righteous Teachers wasn't rapping like them. Poor Righteous Teachers was rapping on a whole different type time. I like Poor Righteous Teachers.
Poor Righteous Teachers was that same type flow. It was. You better go back and listen. We'll do that another time. But go back and listen.
They are from Jersey.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Poor Righteous Teachers, they've been doing that. That's their style.
No.
Man, go back and listen to Poor Righteous Teachers,
I disagree with you on that.
All right, okay.
I disagree with you on that. And I like Poor Righteous Teachers.
Okay.
But Daz Effects made that thing popular. They made it popular for a reason.
Poor Righteous Teachers got just a big song than they want to fix, right?
But Poor Righteous Teachers ain't known for their slang. Poor Righteous Teachers is known for their knowledge, which I understand.
Their knowledge and their slang.
They were talking about stuff, but
you might want to go back and listen.
I can't go on that ride.
That's cool. All right, don't go to the ride. But Poor Righteous Teachers started that style.
I like Poor Righteous Teachers.
They started that style.
But when you think about that in history, what do you think about? Poor Righteous Teachers or Daz Effects? I think about
Effects.
You think about Daz Effects.
Yeah, Daz Effects on the fact of their lingo and what they bring to the table. But as far as the style on how they rapping and how they flipping the words, that's Poor Righteous Teachers.
When I think of Poor Righteous Teachers, I think of knowledge. But that's me.
Don't worry. The knowledge part is there. We got that established.
He talking about the style and the flow.
We talking about the style and the flow. That's Poor Righteous Teachers style and flow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
But I guess maybe they did it. Then they just made it popular.
I disagree with you on that
but
one, man.
For me,
Poor Righteous Teachers shit was popular. What we talking about? They just came out after them. They was younger.
No, time out, freaks. They went platinum. You look up Poor Righteous Teachers. Now, and I'm not trying this because I like Poor Righteous Teachers, but going platinum back then is a big deal.
I understand.
So they were super popular. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
Poor Righteous Teachers wasn't on their level of popular. They had a big single though. They had a big single.
But due to the area wise or whatever the case may be, and then hip hop at that time, Poor Righteous Teacher was a real. That wasn't no regular walk in the park with them. They was nice.
But just like today, when you're moving units, it's different. They was moving units.
I never said nothing about that, Carl. You're right about that. That don't make it.
That means something, freak.
Yeah, I do. I know it do. But they got that style from Poor Righteous Teachers.
All right, we gotta disagree with
that.
Well,
for creative, I'm going to give it a 4. It's very creative.
All right, what about storytelling?
Yeah.
They got Lucy's. They got Dum Dums.
2.
Not a 2.5.
Nah, because I ain't like neither one of the storytelling songs.
It wasn't the best.
It wasn't the best.
I'm gonna give them a 3, man. The storytelling songs. I like Lucy's. Lucy's is fun.
You just a Care Bear.
You call me a Care Bear.
Call the Care Bear.
And then Brooklyn the T-Neck. They talk about how they met. Like they had storytelling joints, man. They talked about school. They talked about Virginia State University.
Absolutely.
You are very disrespectful to Virginia State.
Love it. That don't mean I gotta like it. The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm gonna give it. I
like Daz Effects though.
What about classic songs?
Yeah, they got one. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna give them a 1 just because they got one because their one was super big. So that gives them more points to me. I'm gonna
be fair, man, because it's only one on there, right?
I said 3 classics.
3 classics? You think?
Songs.
I like Mike Checker.
Mike Checker is cool, but it's not a classic song.
Classic
you don't think it's a classic song?
Nah. I don't know about classic song.
Nah.
And clap your hands. You just like
3.5.
Is that a classic song?
3.5.
I'm gonna give classic songs. I'm gonna give them a 3, man, because I think Day One Effects is that powerful, man.
It's that work.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'm saying 3.
All right, and Impact.
Impact, I'm gonna give them a 4 because that One Effects, boy, when that joint dropped. We was looking for that at every house party.
I'm gonna give it a 4 also because it's a reason why this album went platinum. It's because They One Effects and they was out there. They was pop. It's a reason why people wanted them on their albums. They was in heavy demand. I'm gonna give it a 4, man.
So, who did they spark after them to be like, you know what I mean? Y'all think of rap groups, duos that's, had their kind of slang and style and how they
that
deliver.
group that Shaq was down with from Jersey, Foosh Nickens also. A lot of them dudes followed the style, but the interesting thing, like we was talking about, all them dudes that followed the style didn't stay around long.
Nah, not at all.
That wasn't a lasting style. It was a whole lot of dudes, the chickadee check, chick, like all that type stuff. None of them dudes laughed. They either had to switch their style. Nah, seriously.
Breezy was like,
that's how they is. Chickadee check, night tone check, the quick, the back, like that. They either switched their styles up or that didn't last.
Yeah,
that's just what it was. You had to, at some point, you had to bring it something different,
right?
Or you wasn't going to last, man. But Daz Effects, man, dead serious, man. Any final thoughts on this album?
It was a good album. I don't think it's classic, but it was a good album.
It's a good album. It wasn't a bad listen though.
Nah,
it wasn't a bad listen, and they had their moment. This is the height of their first album and the height of their career. That can be the gift and the curse sometimes, but this is the best that you're gonna see Daz Effects at in their career. Well, peace to both of them, man.
Yes.
Daz Effects, dead serious, man. Let us know what you think. If you agree, disagree, or whatever, man. Classic albums 1992, part 1. All right, we got Gangstar, Daily Operation. Daily Operation is the third album released by hip-hop duo Gangstar on May 5th, 1992 on Chrysalis Records. The album was produced by DJ Premier and Guru, with DJ Premier handling most of the producing, mixing, and scratching. Gangstar, man. Now we came off their album they just dropped the year before called Step Into the Arena. Now we coming back with Daily Operation, Guru, Premier. Track number 1, we got Daily Operation Intro. It's a quick intro, kind of jazz, kind of a feel to this joint. That goes right into track number 2, The Place Where We Dwell. Now, Guru from Boston.
R.I.P. to Guru.
Rest in peace to Guru. He from Boston, but he moved to New York and he rep Brooklyn heavy. Yeah. So this is like his second home, and he really pretty much doing a song showing love to Brooklyn, man.
Most people thought that he's from New York.
Yeah, he's from Boston.
Same thing with Premier. A lot of people thought Premier was from New York, but he's from
Texas. Yep, Texas. So. That's why him and Bun B got such a good relationship, because he originally from Texas, man. But Primo has this was used so many times over the years, but the Go Brooklyn, go Brooklyn. Yeah. In the background on the beat, we heard the same thing used on like Doing It with LL. Yeah, like it's been around. I
think Redman used it too
for a minute, man. Yeah, so it's definitely that was a classic sample, man. Yeah. But he definitely was showing love to.
Wonder where that's from.
To Brooklyn. What?
That sample.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question for sure. I don't know. Track number 3, we got Flip the Script. I like Guru's flow on here, man.
Guru sounds the exact same from when he started to when he finished. Like his flow, like really never changed. The same monotone style. Yo.
He is in pocket. He's in pocket with this beat right here, man.
Yeah, this joint wasn't that bad.
He in pocket, man. I like this joint. Track number 4, we got Ex Girl to Next Girl. This was the second single. This is a song for the ladies. I will admit, man, I ain't like this song.
I didn't either.
I never
just the popularity of it, and
it's the song. Really, listen to it. It's not bad. I just never liked it.
It felt kind of forced. Like,
it wasn't.
We need a song for the ladies.
I just never liked this song, and listening to it, I'm like, it ain't bad, but I just don't like it.
Just,
and I like DJ Premier's scratches on here. I do like that.
Premier is killing it. On
and he uses the BDP, the BDP part from Criminal Minded hook with the girls look so good, but their brain is not ready. I like that, but something about the I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't think that was it.
That goes into track number 5, Soliloquy of Chaos.
It's probably one of my favorite songs on the album.
This beat is so hard.
This beat is crazy.
This beat is so hard right here. This is a storytelling joint of a fight that broke out at a show, man. this song sounds like before its time. This beat is so crazy.
Premier was just on some shit, yo.
This beat is hard, man.
Yeah.
This beat is hard right here, man. I like this song a lot, man. I agree with you, Freaks. This is probably one of my favorite, man. Track number 6, I'm the Man, featuring Lil Dap, from Group Home and J. Rue the Damager.
Sean was all right.
Yeah, man.
It was cool.
This is showcasing like the Next Up and they crew. The beat keeps switching for each one of them, but I think J. Rue the Damager, his verse and beat is the best. He go into me on here, man. I think this kind of set him up to come with his album.
I don't think J. Rue gets enough credit. Like, he's the dope MC.
He killed this beat the way that he got the best beat and the best rhymes on this track. To me, it ain't even close. It was dope, but the beat was switching, so that was creative, man. They switching up the beat on the songs. You ain't see that like back then as much.
I might say this might be one of the first songs to do that.
Yeah, switching beats. That wasn't
have 3 different rappers on 3 different beats.
Yeah, that's for 1992. That's different.
Yeah.
That's different. Track number 7 is 92 Interlude. It's a quick beat interlude. I actually like the beat, but it's super quick. That goes to number 8, Take It Personal.
So that was pretty much like time to flip the tape over.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that leads right to the first single, Take It Personal.
There we go. Now we go. Now we talking.
This song was hard. Right
now we talking.
But this is 8 songs in. And you saying, now we talking? Like,
yeah. Well, you know, it is what it is, Sean. You know.
The beat is crazy to me. Guru, we talking about people that backstabbed him, tried to rap like him, or jealous. I feel like RZA had like beats similar kind of like to this to me. I kind of got that feel a little bit from this song.
Mm-hmm. I think you could definitely tell that RZA was influenced by stuff like this.
Yeah, definitely. But this song hard to me. This beat, this the first single. This hard right here. I like Take It Personal. Track number 9 is Too Deep. Guru is saying like his mind is too deep and he has knowledge of self, man. He talking about being Muslim. Another dope beat, man.
Yeah.
Another dope beat, man. For sure. Freaks getting silent over there. I mean,
you know what's going on.
Can't use it. Track number 10 is 24/7 365. Another quick interlude beat, but I think that's a good one too, man. I like it. And that leads right into track number 11. No Shame in My Game.
This was cool too. What do you think, Freaks?
This wasn't it.
This wasn't it.
It was just all right.
He dropping a lot of jewels on this one.
It was just all right, man.
And dope mixing on a hook by Premier, man.
Premier is in his bag.
Premier go always do his thing.
I like this song. I like the beat too. Track number 12 is Conspiracy. Guru dropping gems on here about conspiracies in the world, the music industry, AIDS, media, SATs, black people killing each other. Like, he going in, man.
This is, would you say it's not ahead of his time, but he was definitely woke.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Gifted Unlimited, rhymes universal. That's Guru.
Absolutely, man. Track number 13, The Illest Brother.
I like this joint right here.
Another dope beat.
Yeah.
Another dope beat, man.
Yo, this is, man, you can tell like they have a chemistry. And this is like, you know, like their early stuff was cool, but this is like, all right, we're going in a new direction. Like, we're starting to find our groove.
Yeah.
That to me, that's how this album sounds. Like, they're finding their groove and taking it to the next level as far as production, rhymes, the samples. Like, this is where the snowball really starts flowing downhill for Gangsta. 2.5.
The Illest Brother was all right. The Illest Brother was all right.
It's crazy. I like this beat, man. Track number 14, Hardcore Composer. He's saying that his style of rap is hard.
Yeah.
This ain't no light stuff, man. Like what I do is I do this hard stuff, man. Like, I like this joint.
But he was still smooth about it too.
Absolutely. He had a smooth delivery, but it's hard though.
Very monotone style.
Track number 15 is BYS. Bust Your Shit.
This beat is dope.
Beat is crazy.
Primo killed this beat.
This beat is crazy. The beat and song is hard.
What y'all feel about the lyrics?
It's cool, but the beat sets you up right. So you really can't go wrong with the beat. The beat hard. Yeah. So then Guru can pretty much coast.
Exactly, yo. He catches so many alley-oops from Premier.
Yeah, the beat's crazy.
Chemistry is just incredible.
Track number 16, Much Too Much, Mac a Meal. Another dope, man. Another dope joint to me, man. Beat and rhyme is dope. Guru was saying he too much on the mic, man. And other MCs can't see him. He talking at me, man. Y'all ain't ready.
That shit.
Track number 17, Take Two and Pass. This is for the smokers.
It's a dope one.
So, you like this? One. You like this joint?
It set the rules up early.
And track number 18 is Stay Tuned. This is a light album in there to me.
Yeah,
it's a light album in there. Guru is offbeat on this one to me too, man. I heard it. He's offbeat, man. All right. Well, that is Gangstar Daily Operation. Is Daily Operation a classic?
Absolutely not.
Wow.
I wouldn't say classic, but it's a great album to me.
Great?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I like this album.
I
like this joint.
This is a classic for the hip hop heads, man. I think this is the hip hop heads classic right here. It ain't no commercial classic, man. This beats and rhymes. What else do you want? Like what are you supposed to give rap in 1992? Beats and rhymes
with no singing hooks.
You mean to tell me beats and rhymes? This is not my favorite Gangstar album, but this is right here, man. This joint crazy, man. In 1992, what do you want? Like, this joint is crazy, man.
It was nice.
It's
either between Soliloquy of Chaos or Take It Personal, but more than Take It Personal, man. He just rocked that joint crazy.
Take It Personal number 2, man, but that's Soliloquy of Chaos is hard.
Yeah, that joint messy.
That beat,
joint
man.
Was crazy.
That beat is so crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with that too. Soliloquy of Chaos. Yeah.
Beat is crazy, man.
They got some joints on here though.
They got some joints on here.
They really do.
They got some joints on here, freaks, man.
Who'd you get this, freaks?
Headphones?
Yeah.
Give it about just for the legend's sake, I give him a 3.
Jeez.
Tough crowd.
Jeez, man. Word.
Damn. He said a 3.
All right. 3 headphones.
All right, well, let's go, man. Production. Daily Operation.
I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm going to give it 4.5.
Yeah, I'm
at
4.5.
4.
This beat's crazy.
There was really no beats where I was like, like everything sounded just hip hop.
Talk about Willis.
Nah, these beats is crap. Primo did his thing.
They are crazy, but it's a couple. It's a couple that's iffy.
It's a couple, but he got some hard joints that make up for
it's like, yo,
this is 92.
This is 92.
This is 92. Like some of this production was way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. Primo did his thing. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Lyrics.
Guru to me always sounds dope. I'm gonna give it 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Like Guru.
I'm gonna give it a 4 as well, man. Guru was nice on here, man.
Yeah, Guru was nice, but he didn't really catch me on other songs that I seen where I heard Guru other albums. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Oh, 3. Okay, that's good for you today.
Thank you, freaks.
Cohesiveness.
I'm gonna give us a 4 too. Like they have a sound that works for them.
I agree. I'm gonna give it a 4 as well, man.
3.5.
It's nice.
Just because they stick to their craft.
Okay. All right. Creativity.
I mean, this is the typical Gangstar album. The scratches, the beats, and Guru's monotone style. This is their sound.
I agree.
And I feel like I said, at this point, their craft is being perfected. At this point, they're starting to get their groove of how they're going to sound in the future. And this is why people want to work with Premier. This album's like this.
I'm gonna give it a 4, man. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah.
3.
4, 3. What you got, Sean?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
All right, storytelling.
2.5.
Soliloquy of Chaos is a story.
Yeah, I know, but it's only one.
And then you one of your favorite songs on here, Ex Girl the Next Girl. That's a story.
That's not one of my favorites. You lying.
Storytelling.
They got Where They Dwell.
It's some story joints on here.
Yeah.
Whether they my favorite or not, I'm gonna give it a 3.5, man. I'm gonna give it 3.5. 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. All right, classic songs.
So, Soliloquy of Chaos.
That's a classic to me. That's a classic hip hop joint to me. I'm gonna give it a 3.
It's a good song. It's a good song for this album.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
It's a lot of beat cuts.
It ain't no classic song.
It's beat cuts.
I don't think when we speaking of classic songs, motherfuckers saying throw Soliloquy. You know,
I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's like 3 good songs. So I'm gonna get 3 good songs together becomes one. Give
it a 3, man. All right, I'm gonna go with that, Carl.
Damn, you gonna throw no classic songs on? Yo, man, give me Soliloquy of Chaos. They ain't gonna say that.
Nobody calling for that one.
All right, Impact.
I would say 4.
Why?
I'm gonna say 4 because the production. Like if you hear this stuff, you can see where people want to be like Premier. Like you now the sound maybe spawned the RZA, spawned the Just Blaze. You know what I'm saying? Like these like.
You want some what if shit?
I'm gonna give the Impact a 3 because even though I think this album is dope. It was kind of local New York market. Like they wasn't really, this album didn't go platinum or anything. They wasn't really at no radio joints. Not saying that's all that matters, but this is kind of, it's funny because they're not from New York, but it was like a New York based album. It was like dope in New York. It ain't really like push out of that area like that. So for that, I'm going to give it a 3. It's for the hip hop heads, man.
I mean, but wouldn't that make the impact higher? Because you got people that's not even from New York creating a New York sound.
But you got to understand, I don't mean to compare it to the Chronic because that's unfair. Yeah. But the Chronic is from the West Coast, and people all the way from New York to Delaware with us, they loved it. So that's a different kind of impact. Or if that vice versa, if you from New York and you can stretch out to Cali or something like that, like the Woo or somebody did, like that's a big deal. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Gangstar Daily Operation. Final thoughts on it?
It was all right.
I thought it was a good album. Good album.
I think it's a nice album. I think it's for the hip hop heads. I think if you a hip hop head at that time or you a hip hop head now, I think this got to be a classic to you right here, man.
For sure.
This is classic for the hip hop heads. But if you're not into that kind of music, I can understand too. If you in the trap, this is gonna be like noise to your ears right here.
I mean, but I'm just trying to focus. Like being in 1992 when this came out, you probably really love it even more.
I would really love. That's why I'm saying it's a classic for the hip hop. If this is 1992 and I'm hearing this, I'm like, this is dope. Yeah. This don't sound like nothing. They're ahead of their time.
Way
man.
ahead of their time.
They're ahead of their time. All right, man.
Fucking my battery up from fast food.
Damn. All right, man. That's Gangstar Daily Operation. All right. Pete Rock and CL Smooth with Mecca and the Soul Brother. It's the debut album from hip-hop duo Pete Rock and CL Smooth, released on June 9th, 1992. Pete Rock is a DJ producer that raps sometimes, and CL Smooth is an MC. They both are from Mount Vernon, New York. Mecca and the Soul Brother was mostly produced by Pete Rock with some additional production by Neville Hodge and Large Professor. The album is executive produced by DJ Eddie F. Of Heavy D and the Boys. Mecca and the Soul Brother was recorded from 1991 to 1992 at Green Street Recordings in Manhattan, New York. Let's get right into it. Track number 1, Return of the Mecca.
I like this joint.
In the intro, like he's saying, like, to know oneself and is to know the Mecca. Then it goes into CL Smooth rapping, and he going in, man, about the meaning of Mecca. Like he going in on this joint, man.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. This is one of the songs that I did like on the album.
Damn, so you just previewing already that they just get you. But that statement lets us know where you stand at with the rest of the album.
This is what it sounds like.
Track number 2, For Pete's Sake.
I thought this was solid too.
Man, I like this beat, man. It is tough. It
Yeah.
is tough. They both doing that thing rapping on here. Now, Pete Rock don't rap on a lot of the songs.
He come out every now and then.
But but this is one of the songs that he does rap on. His
he heavy ad lib though.
Heavy ad libs. But he raps he raps on this song. And you're gonna notice throughout the song, like it's not a lot of hooks on this album. It's a sample and then an ad libs, like Freak said. Pete Rock is just right or something like that, and then you just hear the sample. It's not no like hook. Nobody singing. No rapper doing a special hook. That's their format, and you're gonna mostly hear that on all the songs. But I like this beat. This is one of my favorite. This beat is tough, man. Track number 3, Ghettos of the Mind.
It was all right.
He talking about ghetto and about the ghetto mindset. So CL Smooth does most of the rap.
Yeah.
Track number 4 is Lots of Lovin'. It's the 3rd single. Lots of Lovin'.
Yeah. Wasn't for me. Wasn't for me.
You ain't like this? It's that love song, man. You ain't like this, John?
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this.
The song is alright. The beat is but it's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
Sean, you don't like them love songs, huh?
I mean, I don't know. There's a time and place for it, and this is not it.
They can't do no single, man, for the ladies, man.
I mean, you can, but it was all right.
Put that shit on the EP or something. Back then, man, everything dropped.
Put out a single that don't make the album.
Damn. Track number 5, Act Like You Know. This is CL Smooth rapping.
CL Smooth spit on this joint.
He does. He does.
Spit on this joint. CL Smooth, nice.
Large Professor co-produced this song. And Pete Rock is just doing ad-libs on the chorus, man. But he rapping. Yeah, I agree. CL Smooth's rapping on this joint, man. I ain't mad at this. Track number 6 is Straighten It Out, the 2nd single. Straighten It Out. This is my joint right here.
The best song on the album.
Straighten It Out.
Best song on the album.
Straighten It Out. This beat's crazy, man. Pete Rock did his thing. And the song is actually talking about bootlegging. If you didn't catch it, and that was different.
Video too.
Nobody was really making songs about that topic back then. So this is kind of different than the original. They talking about bootlegging, hurting them, making their money for their families, man.
Yeah,
so
which was a big deal.
Absolutely, bootlegging then could really cost you. That could really kill your career if you heavy bootleg in 1992. They don't got fan bases like that yet. So. Yeah, that could hurt you, but straighten it out, man. This beat's crazy, man.
Always the horns,
straighten it. Yeah, Pete Rock snapped on this beat, man. Track number 7, Soul Brother Number 1. This is a solo Pete Rock song of him rapping. He got the Public Enemy sample on here.
Yeah,
and he always called himself Soul Brother Number 1.
Yeah, that was cool. What do you think?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. I ain't going to say it's like my favorite or nothing, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Track number 8, Wig Out.
You ain't like this?
Nah.
This sounds dated, though. This sounds like an older song to me.
Like older meaning like when they first started recording?
I don't know if it's when they first started recording or it just sounds a little older compared to some of the other songs on here. Like it's maybe like a demo type joint.
Right,
yeah. It just sounds, I just get older when I hear this song. What do you think, Sean?
It was cool. I mean, now that you say it, it does kind of sound like it would be an older song. Or possibly could be, but it was all right.
All right. Track number 9, Anger in the Nation. Adafo Abdullah Muhammad does the intro. CL Smooth, man, speaking about the teachings of the Nation of Islam on here. Jules is being dropped on here, man. Jules is being dropped on here. And I like the scratches on here by Pete Rock, too.
Yeah, scratches really dope.
But definitely dropping Jules. He's dropping Jules.
I think at the time you need songs like this just kind of pause for a minute to like let people know what's going on in the world.
Everybody wasn't doing songs like this, so for those that was, he giving a different perspective to everything, man. Talking about stuff that's going on in the world in 1992. wasn't an easy thing when some people were just trying to make money.
Yeah.
They still trying to give you jewels. Track number 10, They Reminisce Over You. Troy. First single.
Classic.
Super classic.
Hip-hop song.
Super classic. This song was dedicated
Puts me in the zone every time.
This song was dedicated to Troy Dixon, a.k.a. Trouble T. Roy from Heavy T and the Boys. If you don't know, he died. They was in like an arena. He fell from this thing.
Stage.
Yeah. He died. The first verse was CL talking about growing up with a single mother and his dad not being in his life. Then the second verse is CL talking about his uncle being a father figure in his life. Then the third verse is about Trouble T. Roy. But they dedicated the song title to him. They Reminisce Over You, which stands for Troy. So that was creative in itself.
Yo, this song is like one of those, like, if you was to say, what's hip hop, tell me one song, I would play this. Like, yo, this is what hip hop is.
Wow. Wow.
I fucks with this song heavy.
Wow.
The samples, the bars, like, to me, this is a hip hop classic.
At this point in 1992, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is definitely probably the biggest dedication song.
Yes.
At this time.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like Freaks is kind of saying like when you hear this song, it's not even you think about people that you lost from times, but it ain't even Troy no more. You think about you applying it to your personal life and like people you look because this is one they reminisce over you, my God. Dun, 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 dun. And it just kind of puts you in the zone like, damn, I miss my homie or I miss my family member, you know, that passed away in the 90s that I love. It just puts you in that. And it don't even have to be at that time. It just makes you think about those people that you lost.
I mean, like, even now, like, you can play it and just think of Tez.
Absolutely.
You'd be like, damn.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a classic song.
This is a super class. Even like Kanye had the verse, and they reminisce over you, my God. Like people put this in their songs all the time. This is a classic, man. This is one of those songs.
Yeah,
This is one of those hip hop songs that puts you in a time capsule, and you like, man, I remember this time. This is This.
But it also has that. It makes you feel good too in a way. You know what I'm saying?
It does, depending on the perspective you take it on. It could put you in a zone where you're missing somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Warms you up for it in the beginning. Da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Warm you up.
He killed this, man. He killed the beats on this. And once again, this is CL Smooth rapping. It's Pete Rock and CL Smooth, but CL Smooth raps the whole song, though. This is classic, man. Track number 11, On and On. Grap Lover is freestyling in the beginning of this song. He's Pete Rock's little brother.
Freak shaking his head like, nope.
He was in a rap group signed to Elektra, too, Pete Rock's little brother. And then it switches to a song. And the beat is nice on the song when it switches to it. You can't use it, Freaks?
Can't get jiggy with it?
Nah.
Can't get jiggy with this joint?
Not at all.
Dang.
It's solid. I mean, but it's hard to come back after Troy.
Yeah,
That's
I
like,
agree with
damn.
you. Track number 12, It's Like That.
This was all right, too.
It's all right. Can't use it? All right, track number 13, Can't Front on Me. For they sound, I would call this kind of a hard joint. Yeah. As far as like beat wise for them. For their sampling
it's not as
sound.
like jazzy, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of harder to me.
Yeah.
Track number 14, The Basement.
Featuring my boy Have.
This is a posse cut, man. It's Pete Rock's cousin. Heavy D is Pete Rock's cousin for y'all that didn't know. And then his little
I never knew that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Heavy D is definitely, that's why Pete Rock always talks about Heavy D so much if you really look at it. That's his actual cousin. And then his little brother's group is on here too. His little Pete Rock Grap Lovers group is on here. It got the classic reggae sample. Bum bum dina, bum bum, what a bum bum. So that's a classic sample that's been used over. Jay-Z even used that on 444. It's Bum Bum by Sister Nancy. Man, a lot of people use that sample. But this ain't bad, man. This ain't bad.
That's not bad for a posse cut.
ain't my top tier posse cuts. Check out that hip hop posse cuts volume 1 if you ain't heard that. They hear the top tier. But it ain't bad though. It ain't bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Track number 15. If it ain't rough, it ain't right.
If it ain't rough, it ain't right.
CL Smooth running this joint.
Yeah, it's all right.
CL.
He running this joint, freaks.
CL is good, yo.
He a nice. It's a nice beat, a funky sample, funky.
Funky.
Nah, he running this, freaks. Man, you gotta stop that, freaks.
Set us out.
Track number 16, man.
Skins
featuring Grand Puba. This is when he left Brand Nubian. He's a solo artist at this point. He hot though.
Yeah,
he hot. Hitting the skins was a term, that was used then about having said.
You got the skins.
So this is what they talking about in this, man. This wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was all right. It's not the best way to
end the album. Can't use skins, freaks.
Grand Puba.
Because of
Grand Puba, my baby.
All right, so wow, that's it, man. Mecca and the Soul Brother. So is it a classic?
Nah. Got some classic tracks on her.
I think it's a very good album. It's good. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with the angle for the hip hop heads. This is a hip hop head classic. Like, it's not a commercial album, but for the hip hop heads, beats and rhymes, digging in the crates kind of thing, this is a classic, man. For that audience, it's a kind of local New York kind of thing. But
why you separating artists?
I mean, it is.
It's either classic or it's not.
Some artists is commercial. It's a hip hop
classic or it's not,
it's
man.
A hip hop head.
You sound like me taking up for the female. She a female, but
no,
nah.
But you
shit like, ain't a classic, man.
This
Stop.
ain't no classic.
Nah.
You go for propensity of the times. Yeah. It's a classic because
but this is a good album. If that. They got
gonna be
few classic tracks.
Hip hop heads, direct all your comments.
Few classic tracks on here, man. I'm standing on it.
Woo,
Beats is tough though because I like Pete Rock.
Pete Rock is a legendary
and I like his cut.
That's why I'm saying I think it's a hip hop head classic.
I mean, because it sounds good today.
I concur with you. Hip hop head, good album, not classic.
Damn, they ain't even a classic for the hip hop heads.
I'm telling you, due to the time of the hip hop heads, the dudes that's older, you know what I'm saying? They probably take into it more than we did. But me coming up during this time and this wasn't on my radar. You know what I'm saying? It was on my radar for a few songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And moreover, like the beats on there, whatever, it was dope. But it wasn't on my radar as in, I gotta pop that in.
Yeah,
that's why I said for the hip hop heads, this is
like some backpack.
For that audience, this is a classic. Yeah. If you're into more of the commercial, I ain't even gonna say commercial, just the hip hop that's reaching further out there, you ain't gonna be into this one. So, what about your favorite song on here?
Definitely Troy.
Definitely Troy.
Yeah,
but I like Troy for sure. But I like Straighten It Out. And I like For Pete's Sake, man. For Pete's Sake is tough, man.
That's a nice holy trinity of songs.
But overall, Troy is the reason why it's a hip hop classic. All right, man. Production on here.
I'm gonna give the production a solid 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the production a solid 4 too. Pete Rock dope.
Solid 4, man. Pete Rock did his thing on here. A solid 4, man. What about lyrics?
I'm gonna give it a 3.5 strong.
I agree with you.
3.5.
3.5. I think
3.5 strong. CL Smooth
was a little underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. And he still can go.
He was
on somebody's album.
Obviously, we just heard him on an album recently. Terminology.
Yeah,
and he did his thing. So he can still go. I think he's a little underrated, but 3.5. What about cohesiveness?
I think it flowed well. Like with the sound that Pete Rock has, it definitely flowed.
What you giving it?
Maybe 3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4. It flowed pretty good to me.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
All right, storytelling.
2.
Well, just off of Troy alone.
But that's only one song. So are we going off one song? Because when we think
he told
it's a broad
stories on other songs though.
Yeah, but they not as potent as Troy. You know what I'm saying? It was Troy and then it was over. I'm being real with the storytelling.
He said it was Troy. It was over.
It was no other storytelling than you. You ain't
not
even,
like
even
Troy.
Those stories.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Three is cool.
I'm gonna give it a 3, man. Damn, freak, you was a rough crowd today, man. Classic songs.
Yes, it do has classic songs.
Yeah.
Straighten It Out. They reminisce over you.
Troy.
I like Grand Poopa verse on Skins though, man. Grand Poopa, man.
He do got a standout verse. His style stand out.
He was.
All right, what you giving the classic songs?
What I'm giving the classic songs on here? I gotta rate them too.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. What do you give the number you giving classic songs? Period for this.
For this album?
Yeah,
2.
I'm say 3.
2.
I'm giving it 3.5, man.
3.5.
Troy get a little extra, and then between straighten it out,
So you give Troy 1.5,
and then straighten it out. I'm gonna give it a 3, man. And
but the impact of Troy just puts it in a whole nother.
That's what I'm saying. It elevated it a little bit. That's why
level.
that's why I gave it a 3, and then straighten it out. I'm gonna slide straighten it out in there.
Yeah.
Freaks. I'm surprised you ain't slide lots of loving in there, man. Lots of loving.
I'm really shocked you didn't put that in there.
And finally, man, impact.
2.5. I ain't really see too much impact with this.
I'm gonna go right to.
I say that video though, man, for
Troy.
For Troy was like.
I'm gonna kind of take this where I took Gangstar. It's a hip hop head album, so I'm gonna give it a 3.
It's that same
a 3 because it's kind of local. It's kind of local New York scene. If you was in that hip hop element, hip hop heads, but outside of that, it wasn't really going across country like as much like that. I'm gonna give it a 3.
This is one of them albums where if you know about it, you know about it.
I agree.
So 3, yeah.
All right, man. Final thoughts: Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Mecca and the Soul Brother.
Final thoughts is Pete Rock is a great producer.
Legend.
CL is a underrated MC.
Yep.
This is a solid project, yo. This one's official.
It's a solid project, and they got good chemistry together.
Very
they got
good
chemistry together, man.
Not bad at all.
I think Pete Rock laid a nice foundation down for him.
Yeah.
But Pete Rock, I mean CL Smooth, I do think he's a little underrated. I think he was getting busy on these joints, man. And he wasn't just rapping; he was kicking knowledge on some of these joints, man. So I ain't mad at it, man. All right, man. Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Mecca and the Soul Brother. All right. Next up, we have we got Eric B and Rakim with "Don't Sweat the Technique." It's the 4th and final studio album by Eric B and Rakim, released on June 23rd, 1992 on MCA Records. The album was produced by Eric B and Rakim in 1991 at the Hit Factory in New York City. Man, let's go right into it. Track number 1, we got "What's on Your Mind." First single, song for the ladies.
Hey, hey. Classic track right here.
Actually, this is a song for the ladies, but I ain't mad at this song, man.
Man, he killed this shit.
I like this sample,
he came in
man.
talking smooth. Man, come on, man. Imagine you rapping this shit to a girl.
Yeah, this joint is dope.
Come on.
Yeah, I like
Now,
this song.
do y'all think this is a good way to start the album?
Absolutely.
It's a different way. It's
a very different way.
It's different.
I'm curious.
I'm curious.
Heavy samples in here.
Wasn't this on somebody's soundtrack?
It was on House Party 2 soundtrack.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah. I'm curious. Yeah, I like this song.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's on your mind?
Yeah,
I like this song, man. I actually like this song. It's a song for the ladies, man. And the way he rapped on here was kind of before its time, man.
Yeah.
Rakim, man.
Very,
hey, man. Rakim Allah. Look at
yeah,
that.
look at
that, man. Legend.
that was premeditated, bro. Stop your shit.
Track number 2, man. Teach the Children.
I didn't really feel the beat on this, but Rakim murdered this joint, man. He came out and killed this shit.
Lyrically,
man, this storytelling
real,
song, but Rakim is dropping
killed
jewels,
this shit.
but he is going in
No
on
cuss
this
words
lyric.
though.
nope.
Man, we got
This
Teach
shit's
the
crazy,
Children,
man.
He killing this joint, man. He is destroying this song. Track number 3, Pass the Hand Grenade.
And it's sort of like the same thing with this one.
Yeah.
The beat all fast and everything, but Rakim just come in and he jumped right on the beat. Like Come on, man.
Flawless.
He like rapidly going in, but like the flow is like hard.
Yeah.
But he like it's like past the hand grenade. Like he just going in, man. It's crazy.
What do you think the title means?
Past the hand grenade? I know what a hand grenade means, but I was thinking more like he was kind of equating it to like rapping.
Like, give it to me for it explodes.
Yeah, Nah, that's how I kind of took it. And plus he thought like that, I could see it. But man, he going in on here, man.
Absolutely,
the flow is hard. Track number 4, Casualties of War.
What do you think about this, freaks?
It was dope.
It's hard.
Yeah,
He's like making comparisons, war references.
It's dope.
The beat is hard. Like this is another hard one. He's starting off. He's starting this joint off running it.
He
man.
definitely is,
He's
but
like,
here it comes.
Pump the brakes. Hold on.
Hold
on, God.
Don't you shit.
Track number 5. We got Rest Assured. This song sounds older to me, man.
It starts,
but he's still going in lyrically to me.
Yeah,
but the song
he is, but
the song sounds like it could have been recorded.
The song just bad. The song is just bad. It's bad.
This is definitely a major roadblock right here. I wasn't feeling this.
Track number 6. I agree with you though, Sean. Track number 6, we got The Punisher.
Still coming.
His lyrics hardcore on here, man. He said the Punisher. He said he's the Punisher to MCs. He's killing them.
Yeah, the song is bad though, Carl.
That song is alright, man.
Are gonna always give you that, but the beat and everything was just totally off. Nah.
All right. Relax with Pep.
This was a little bit better.
He slows it down on this.
Slows it down a little bit better.
But the bars ain't bad though.
The bars
he changed the tempo a lot though.
Yeah. Coming off Mahogany and this is not a good look.
Mahogany.
Yeah, this is kind of ladyish, but he's slow. It comes down a lot. The BPMs, DJs mixes. The BPMs come down a lot on this one. Track number 8, Keep the Beat.
Shit like a Superman motherfucking like a Superman roller coaster right now. That motherfucker going down a heavy hill. Going down a heavy hill right
this
now.
Song, alright. He compare rapping on the beat to being with a woman, a bit for the lady.
Yeah. Yo, all right. So in this current pocket we in, y'all feeling it or nah?
This ain't the.
It's on a sloop.
But the funny thing the thing about this album is that it's quick. So it's your pocket. You don't got a lot of pockets.
You in and out. You in and out with this one.
Track number 9. What's going on? Song has a jazz.
Damn, you ain't feeling this one, freaks?
Nah, I ain't feeling this one at all.
Rakim is asking what's going on with young men, the hood, the government, etc. He's asking questions, man. What's going on?
Marvin Gaye.
1992. The what?
You fast forward.
Fast forward this?
Oh, man.
Damn.
Can't wait to get to the next song.
Double tap.
Damn. Track number 10, Know the Lag. We talked about this, man. This is on the Juice soundtrack. To Know the Lag. Classic song. Soon
you start the movie, first thing you hear is this.
Know what I'm about. You know what I'm about.
Hey,
knocking niggas off. Knocking niggas out.
Hey.
Shaking them up. Waking them up. Breaking them up. Taking them up.
This beat was hard, man.
Bless me if I know the ledge. That cut. Come on, man.
Classic, man.
Juice moment right here,
Juice
man.
Soundtrack. You got to throw this on here, man. This song was classic. This is hard. This is a hardcore rock.
This song definitely will wake you up after the.
I always loved how he did knowledge and didn't know the ledge. I just always thought that was dope, man. Just thinking this song's so hard.
Because I do work with these like Hercules. Come on, man.
This
is classic hard right
here.
Classic. This is classic, man. Classic song.
Yeah.
And then track number 11, Don't Sweat the Technique.
This where the album was supposed to stop at. Just right here. Don't even fuck with nothing else. We just going to end it off with the 2 because now it's going to have you wanting to go back. You get what I'm saying? Or starting it over. You know what I'm saying? But you got this shit in the way. It's like, all right.
This is a perfect mesh of jazz and hip hop to me. Don't Sweat the Technique.
Every time I hear this song, I always think about like people breakdancing, like b-boys and stuff.
Absolutely, man.
Don't Sweat the Technique. Classic song.
Absolutely.
This is a perfect mesh, man. Like of the sounds. This is when hip hop and jazz come together.
But this was our way of words back around that time. Man, don't sweat my technique. You know what I'm saying?
Don't sweat the technique. He's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And he said that's how he learned how to rap. He learned how to rap different from others. Like he learned how to rap like a jazz player. He learned how can I fit these words into these jazz like things. So that's why it explains why he's such on a whole other level. Yeah. And then we got track number 12, Kick Along.
Nah.
Get to the questions.
Yeah,
this wasn't a good way to end the album, man.
Yo, that last song probably could have been scrapped. Just not even had it on there.
I agree with you. All right, it ends very bad. After Come On, Don't Sweat the
Technique.
Real bad. All right, man. Is Don't Sweat the Technique a classic?
The album?
The album.
Nah.
A classic. I'm gonna run with you this time. I'm gonna run with you this time.
Yo,
I
actually got this from you. This kind of stuff from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually give this one to you. This is a hip hop moment, classic with songs on it.
I got this from you. Due to the time.
Due to the hip hop moment.
Due to the hip hop moment.
Due to the hip hop moment and temperature at this time
that we was forced to be in.
It's a hip hop classical moment. Tracks.
And it's funny because this is the album that I thought I was going to say off the top, which is going to be a classic. And then I listened to it and I'm like, this really ain't a classic. Yeah. But it's dope though. It's very good.
Yeah, good moments.
And it has moments, but it's so quick. I can't even give them the benefit of the doubt to say, okay, well, it balanced itself out. Because it was like in and out. So it's a pocket where it's like,
Yep.
It's like I don't think I think Rakim is going in for the most part, but all the beats and songs ain't my favorite. Yeah. So and it's quick. It flows quick. The album flows quick. So I'm gonna say no, but a moment, yes. But listen back to it.
So as of today, what would you rate this album?
This may be like 3.5.
I'm thinking 3.5.
Yeah, man, pushing
3.5. Yeah,
it's some poop shit on here though. But 3.5. I'm just being real.
I mean, for me, I feel like the only thing that really brings the album down is the beats.
Yeah,
Rakim can rap all day.
Rakim can rap all day.
It's just the beat selection wasn't.
And the beat is going to dictate how he raps.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that one, Sean. What's your favorite song on here?
Mine, Know the Ledge.
Know the Ledge followed by Don't Sweat the Technique. That's crazy because it ended with like the best songs. Yeah. That's another thing. It ended with the best songs. You don't normally see that.
Yeah.
Normally the best songs is up in front, the beginning.
Yeah. But what's on your mind though? Still that shit though.
Oh yeah.
That is one of them. That's one of them songs for the ladies that I actually thought was dope, man. And it was different for him. I know he dropped Mahogany, but it was still different for him as far as sound.
You can play that in the car with your girl, and it'd be like a good vibe.
Yeah, that actually is dope. I'm surprised nobody ain't try to come back with that again, man.
Don't do it.
They know how they do, man.
Yeah.
All right. Production on here.
Production. I'm
gonna give it a 3.
A 3 at best.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. It was kind of it was some lackluster moments. The production would have stepped up. I could have slid this in the classic easy, but the production, there was some lightness on here.
I mean, there was moments that it was like it could have been greater, but it just didn't do it.
What about lyrics?
4.
Strong 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Get a 4, but that production blemishes it down to a 3.5, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 because I'm thinking like, damn, I'm comparing him to Guru, and I think Rakim's a way better lyricist than Guru, but
Guru had better production.
But he did, and I think the production did change his lyrics, so I'm gonna give it a 4 too. But I think Rakim is a different animal as far as
definitely
rapping. Yeah. But for this album, I'm gonna give it a 4. Cohesiveness,
give it a 3.
I'm gonna say 2.5.
Damn, a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3. 2.5.
Yeah, it did.
Being nice.
That one song when it just got real slow after he was going to rap, I'm like, damn, you killing me, Smalls.
Come Come on, Rakim.
What about creativity? It's up in the air.
It was all right.
Because Rakim is creative with his flows, though.
Yeah.
2.5.
And the messages.
2.5. And that's because of Rakim.
I'm say 3.
But he got a few classic beats on him.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 because Rakim.
I'm gonna give it 3. I'm gonna give it 3.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 because creatively, Rakim's flow is creative, though, man.
I mean, but there's no like creative song that stands out.
Nah.
I feel like that's like, yo,
And what about classic songs?
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
Don't sweat the technique. Know the ledge.
And know the ledge. That's it.
Everything else is just filler tracks. That's not good.
Yeah, so that's 3 songs right there.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. That's more than we said for any other album so far.
Yeah.
So you get 3?
Yeah, 3.
3.
What do you think? 3?
Yeah, 3. I don't think none of these. They're not like they're classics. I don't know if a super classic gives you more points.
Yeah.
But they're all classic. Man, I give it 3.5. Man, some of these 3.5. And what about impact?
3. I give it a 3.
This ain't paid in the full follow the leader type impact.
3.
So
3.
Say 2.5.
Damn, I'm gonna say 3. Rakim still had heavy weight in hip hop.
He did, but it's like it didn't change. I don't know. 2.5.
All right, final thoughts, man. Eric B and Rakim. Don't sweat the technique.
It's not a classic. It's not a classic.
I think obviously Rakim's a dope MC, but the beats held him back on this.
Yeah.
I can kind of see why their connection was came to an end with this album. It kind of sounded like it was just off a little bit.
Yeah,
like a talent was still there, but it just wasn't there no more.
It was on 2 different pages.
Yeah, so I think I can see why this was the last one before the
Seemed like they rushed it.
Possibly. The record label possibly could have said we want to get something out. Because this could have been better. If they a couple more tweaks, this could have been better. All right, man. Eric B and Rakim, Don't Sweat the Technique. All right, EPMD, Business Never Personal, is the 4th studio album by hip-hop duo EPMD. It was released on July 28th, 1992 on Def Jam Columbia Records. The album was produced from 1991 to 92, mostly by EPMD, with some additional production by DJ Scratch and Mr. Bozak. It was reported that Eric Sermon and Parrish Smith began having money troubles during the recording of this album, which led to a 1992 robbery at Parrish Smith's house. The perpetrators claimed that Eric Sermon paid them to do the deed, causing the group to break up soon after this album came out. They each released 2 solo albums between 1993 and 1996 and didn't reunite as a group until 97. So this is when a lot of stuff was about to go down
drama
around this album. But let's get right into it, man. EPMD, Business Never Turned Personal. Never Personal. First track, Boondocks.
I kind of like this, John. The little open up with the energy of the track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You think about this joint, Sean?
I thought it was a pretty dope way to start the album. I like it.
As
a matter of fact, I actually love the album title. I love that.
I love their whole theme with their joints. It's just it's all right, man. Not whack, but it's not like special. But they got the Earth, Wind and Fire. The Commodores and James Brown sample on this joint, which is cool. Track number 2, Nobody's Safe, Chump.
This joint was all right too. I like how Parrish came in from the rip though on this track.
Parrish got bars. Yo. A lot of people think
Parrish came in
Eric's the star, but I feel like
Parrish Smith goes in.
Yeah, Parrish Smith goes in.
I like
on
this
one.
man. It's a short song, but it's hard, man. They got a Bobby Womack sample on this joint. I like this joint, man.
They do a lot of sampling, yo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Track number 3, Can't Hear Nothing But the Music. I like this joint too, man. You don't like this joint?
Yeah, it was cool.
Man, it was all right, man. I like this joint, man. I thought it was dope, man. All right, and track number 4, we got Chill.
This was all right.
This song is okay.
Yeah.
Not my favorite. I don't like the beat. It like reminds me of like one of those basic Eminem beats or something.
Yeah. Damn.
It do. Like it sampled George Clinton's Atomic Dog and DOC's Funky Enough, man. Is sample. But it's kind of basic to me. A little basic. Track number 5, Headbanger. Featuring K Solo and Redman. This is you ain't heard our Posse Cut Volume 1 episode. We talked about this song. Second single, man, classic Posse Cut. Freaks, you said on Posse Cut on the Posse Cut episode, you wasn't really feeling this song like that compared to the other Posse Cuts.
Yeah, out of the Posse Cuts that we had, I think that this was one of my least favorites. But at the time, the energy and everything that went on with this song was dope. You know what I'm saying? K Solo is my boy too.
Yeah,
this is a classic song.
It's a classic. This is a classic to me. You know, the Rough Riders, when they did the Ride or Die, they took this joint, man. It samples Impeach the President, which a lot of hip hop artists use that sample by the Honey Drippers. Papa was two by Joe Tex, and one of those Funky Things by Parliament Funkadelic. I think Redman kills this song the most, man.
Yeah, say the best for last.
He goes in on this joint, man. But classic beat is so crazy. Hit Squad, man. Hit Squad they was doing their thing at this time, man. All right, track number 6, Scratch, Bring It Back, Part 2.
Just all right. I like the scratching on here by DJ Scratch.
He's a legend.
And Eric Sermon came in nice again once his introduction to the track.
Yeah. The scratching, switching of the beats to me was dope by DJ Scratch. I think it's dope. It's like a hip hop type joint, man. If you into that beat, they switching the beats on here though too. They do. So that's dope. Track number 7.
Whatever you want.
The Crossover.
Whatever you need.
First single. This song was about rappers selling out.
Let's get down.
Listen to the hardcore sound. It's funny because they call this song Crossover, talking about crossover success, and this is EPMD's biggest song they ever released, as far as commercially. Right. So it's kind of funny. But they got the Zap sample. Nas used this sample on Dr. Knock Boots. Yeah. The same sample from this song. I like the crossover. Whatever you want, whatever you need. You like this song?
What, crossover? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
You gave me a look at first, like
this crazy.
Crossover classic, man. Track number 8, Coming At Ya, featuring Daz Effects. Now, Daz Effects is hot at this time, so you gotta throw them on the album. Yeah. They released the album earlier in the year, and they part of Hit Squad.
Song wasn't like that for them to be on there, but I like the sample that they used in My Boys though.
Yeah.
Coming at ya, cause you know I had to catch ya.
Yeah.
House of Pain.
Yeah. Track number 9, Play the Next Man. It's a telling song about the ladies. You know, saying that we're not gonna be played by them, man.
It was all right.
All right.
You feeling it, Freeze?
It was all right.
What do you think, Carl?
This wasn't like that.
Yo, it's like you could tell that there was tension going on between.
This wasn't like that. Track number 10 is Going Down. This is a slower song. It samples Marvin Gaye, I Want You, which is a classic song by Marvin Gaye.
Yes, it is.
I want Marvin Gaye go in on that joint, boy. But it's a slower song.
Did you like how they flipped the sample? I didn't really like how they flipped the sample.
Me neither.
This one of them songs where it's like I like the song so much, it's just like
why they touch it?
I don't want to hear you rap on this, man. Because it's like so familiar. It's like like somebody who was that? Somebody recently took a Rock With You by Michael Jackson and rapped over it. I'm like, I'm too familiar with that song. I don't want to hear you rap over Rock With You.
Can't do that.
Matter of fact, I think it's on one of these albums. We'll get to that. But in the track number 11, Who Killed Jane? Jane is their recurring song they do every album. On this song, someone killed Jane and they try and blame it on EPMD. Yeah. The cops harassing them.
The song killed Jane.
I don't think this was the best version of Jane. I didn't like this one.
Not even close. Not even close to the other Janes. And just like that, the album's over. So EPMD, Business Never Personal. Is this album a classic?
No.
Nah.
Nah, it's not. And you gotta understand.
And I'm not even using your fan.
I'm a big EPMD fan.
Yes,
I'm a big EPMD fan. And I'm gonna say no. It's
I was ready to argue with you today.
No. I'm a big EPMD fan. I should have worn my EPMD shirt, man. But I'm
not for this album.
No, not for this album. No, not for this album. But I got AP. But I'm not. Not this one.
This wasn't it.
And I'm not saying it's whack. It's just quick, and it just
ain't it.
And it compared to what they did in the past,
it ain't it.
It bounced back a little bit from their last album because of Headbanger and Crossover, but still, it
ain't it.
It felt like there was something going on, and you could tell in the music, like everything wasn't on the same page. This wasn't it.
I agree, man.
The whole robbery, then they end up doing the Hit Squad versus
Death Squad
thing.
That was whack too. As a hip hop fan, that was whack. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. What's your favorite song on the album? Freaks, favorite song on the album, man.
Crossover.
Gotta be Headbanger.
I'm gonna go with Headbanger, man. I'm gonna go with Headbanger.
I do like Boondocks too. I like that.
All right, let's get into these ratings. Production.
I'm gonna give this a 3.
Yeah, 3.
I agree.
Being nice.
These wasn't even like that.
I agree.
It's disappointing because EPMD's.
What about lyrics?
3.
I think 3.5.
I'm gonna get 3.5, man. Parrish Smith get down. He
yes,
go
he
in.
does.
He went in. He go in sometimes, man. I liked him on Headbanger too. What about cohesiveness?
2.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
2.5.
Damn, I'm gonna be the nice one. I'm gonna give it a 3, man.
I've been you all day.
Good cop, bad
storytelling.
Cop.
Definitely 2.
Jane was light on
that
here,
was
man.
I'm gonna give
it. I'm gonna agree with you, freaks. I'm gonna go with a 2, man.
Oh my goodness! Welcome.
It was underwhelming. It was
welcome to the 2 club.
It was underwhelming.
Yeah.
What about classic songs?
Headbanger,
and a crossover.
We got 2. I'm gonna go with. I'm not even gonna give nobody extra points. I just think I'm not the super big crossover fan, but I think it's a classic as a song. And Headbanger, it's a hip hop head song.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna give it a 2 on this one. I ain't gonna give extra because it moved a little more. I'm just gonna give it with
that sample on crossover just makes it
crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
What you going with for classic songs?
2.
And finally, Impact.
Could have been that much of an impact.
1.5.
Damn.
I'm gonna say 2 because
it was 1.5. They was going through something at the time.
I'm about to say because this is like the death of EPMD.
I'm gonna give it a 3 because Crossover was their biggest song and it popped off. So I gotta say that had to mean something if Crossover took off. So I'm gonna give it a 3. Their biggest song was talking about other people not being sellouts and stuff. So wow, man. Wow, you talking about EPMD here?
It sound right.
Don't forget EPMD was in Juice too as well.
They was. They absolutely was in the bar.
They was in the bar when it was getting robbed.
Yeah, they surely was.
What was my man who robbed them?
Blizz
with the shotty.
Hold on, man. I'm about to rob this motherfucker.
All right, man. Business, EPMD, business never personal. Final thoughts.
Good album, but just all right.
Good album,
at best.
I'm an EPMD fan. I went to war to get them in the Hall of Fame. I think I arguing, fighting damn near on. But this is just good. This is just good.
Let me ask you this: is this their?
I'm not even gonna give you my. I ain't even give my. You notice I ain't even give my spiel for this, freaks.
Yeah. I
just said this is. Just
I was waiting on you.
It's just good.
Is this their worst album?
No. They dropped not the one right after this, but the one after that wasn't that great. No, the one before it, I actually liked this before the one before this. That was kind of light too. The first 2 was classics for sure.
Yeah.
And then when they got Back to Business, I kind of liked Back to Business. Mm-hmm. Then the one after that with Method Man and Lady Luck on the single.
You like that
album?
I like that.
No, I like the song, but the album, it was okay.
I like the album.
It ain't better than Back to Business.
Actually, that was my first EPMD album.
Ain't better than Back to Business when they came back. That joint was all right. I ain't even gonna call it that classic, but I liked it though.
Mm-hmm.
But EPMD, man, they dope legends in the game. But this one was I could start to see a separation.
Yeah,
separation like the Eric B and Rakim. They was going different ways, man.
Changing of the guard.
But shout out to both of them, man.
Oh, yeah.
Legends in the game, man.
Definitely both legends.
And just like that, man, classic albums, 1992, part one, man. So
part one.
So y'all stay tuned for part two. So overall, man, about these albums, what you think if you kind of summarize all of them, what would you say about these albums that we talked about?
Oh, man, it was wasn't a good time like that, man. I want to say, man, for the overall.
I think because the Chronic is just overshadowing this black cloud of a lot of albums.
That's exactly what it was, Sean.
Now, so out the 5 albums, which one was your favorite? I'm gonna go with the Gangstar. I like that album the best out of the ones.
You know what, Sean?
I can't pick one, Sean.
You know what, Sean? I agree with you. Gangstar, easily. Gangstar, and probably
I can't pick one.
Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then EPMD, and then probably Daz Effects last. Daz Effects last. Because I had to think about Eric B's songs on there. Daz Effects wasn't whack, though. But I'm going to go with Gangstar. I agree. I'm going to go with Gangstar, man.
I'm going to take that Gangstar number 1.
All right, well, yeah, it's a tough time in music, man. But you also, The Chronic's such a heavy album. Let's see if the albums in part 2 could bring in a little more than these albums. Stay tuned for classic albums. 1992. This is classic album 1992 part 1. But we Concert Crew Podcast.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go follow us at Concert Crew Podcast.
You need to know it.
Make sure y'all go download, subscribe. We on all digital platforms. Make sure y'all go to our YouTube page. Subscribe, man. Check out all our videos. We really appreciate y'all. We seeing the views. We seeing the views going up, man. Continue to support,
Thank
man.
you.
And we definitely appreciate y'all, man, all y'all support. But you know how we going to do, man. Long live our brother Taz, man.
Yep.
We going to continue to March 4th, man. We love you, brother. We love you, man. Concert Crew Podcast, man. Stay tuned. Part 2. Classic albums 1992. Pito, hit us with the fader. We out.
Yep.